Hey guys, welcome back to another Ratchet Teardown video. Today we have sort of a blast from the past. It's an old Craftsman BE Ratchet 3/8 drive. And before we start, I just want to say, if you find my videos informative or helpful, could you please like, share, and subscribe? I would appreciate it. Okay. This old Craftsman, I think originally this model first appeared in 1939 and went all the way up into the late 40s. But I think the BE model, they were both, the BE and the Circle H were both at the same time for a while. So you might find these with BE, or you might find the same exact model with Circle H here instead of BE. But Circle H, I think, went from they went through the whole run from late 30s to late 40s. I think BE only stopped in the early 40s. So this might be a little bit earlier run of this model. Here's the handle, the profile. Has two screws holding it in. One on the top, one on the bottom. Okay, let's open it up and see inside. That's what the screws look like. I don't know if you can see or not, but it looks like a tiny little C on the inside edge of the screw. I don't know what that stands for, if that's Craftsman. I don't even know if these are original screws, but I just thought that was interesting. Okay. This one's been cleaned and lubed, so it's easy to take out the plate, but I've heard that the plates are hard to get out because they usually have been in there for like 50 years or 80 years or whatever, 70 years. And they might be fused with rust and dirt to the sides there. So keep that in mind. You might have to do some pounding on here to loosen this plate out. Okay, here's the plate. Pretty thick plate. Looks like it has a coating inside. I don't know if this is factory or someone did this afterwards, or I don't know what kind of coating that is. Looks like some sort of lacquer or something. Okay, here's the gear. Coarse gear, 20 teeth. Actually, this gear looks quite good for its age. I guess I got lucky. I got one that didn't have a lot of wear on it. That's what the ball detent looks like. This ball detent is pretty tight. It's hard to, it's pretty hard to take it out. So I would say this is like on the tight side of ball detents. This is what the mechanism looks like inside. You have these two poles, and they're only connected by this thin wire, this metal wire connecting the poles. And the poles are switched by the switch here. It just goes in between the two poles. But an important part of this switching is that the bottom screw acts as the fulcrum for the switch. So me switching it without the screw, like, let me see if I put it in, if it helps. Not really, but also the plate helps keep the screw straight, and that assists in the switching. Okay, the pole has like 2 teeth. And the switch is held in place by this bolt that's pinned to the other side. It's pinned on the other side of the ratchet. And something this old, I'm not gonna unpin that, because I might open up a whole can of worms. But the switch has a hole and a ball bearing and a spring underneath. You can see the ball in there, underneath there. And it has 2 holes in the switch that keep the switch in place when it's switching. And in some models, some later models, I don't think they have the holes here. They have maybe a what do you call that? It's flat, and they have maybe a detent underneath, and it's a little bit raised here. So it's like there's space underneath. I guess they crimp it to where this area is raised in 2 spots, you know, to form a detent, so the ball can get under and hold in place. I guess maybe that was a cost cutting move. I don't know. But yeah. So this is as far as I'm gonna break this down, because I wouldn't want to mess with this wire and this whole switch here in the body. Something this old, who knows what might happen. And forget about finding spare parts. Okay. To put it back together is pretty simple. You just put the gear back in. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like when it's engaging. Okay, usually it'll look like that. And it's a pretty tight engagement with the teeth there in the paw. You see how well that engages? Pretty solid engagement. Pretty solid, the engagement there. Very little back drag also, this design. You put the plate back on. You take your screws, you screw them in. Oh, and these ratchets were made for Sears Craftsman by the New Britain company. So that was the source for these ratchets. And they look similar to other New Britons and Huskies from this period. They're pretty much identical to this design. Okay, you test it out, see if it's ratcheting. Yep, it's working. Okay, there you have it, the Craftsman BE 3/8 drive ratchet. Okay, so long.